Who I believe to be the true birthers of choosing beggars, it's entitled parents. Our first one is from Miss S. Black. I escaped from my old life almost 2 years ago, and honestly, life has been so much better since. Difficult, yes, but much better in other aspects. At the start, my family did everything they could to guilt trip me into staying. Shaming, manipulation, even stalking. I then decided to go full no contact for a while, and after almost a year, they reached out saying they didn't want to lose me and promised to respect my space as long as I at least visited occasionally. I agreed, and I visited a couple of times, but when I'm there, I don't even try to interact much anymore. I did try in the beginning, but all I got was indifference or coldness? That killed any motivation to put in more effort. The most shocking part is realizing just how hard my own family made the process of leaving. It's still surreal at times. Like, my own family. Really? Because I just wanted freedom? Those who have read my story know that it was not easy. Now, one of my siblings says I'm not putting in the effort, and that it hurts our mom to see me come and go and know nothing about my life once I leave. And I'm left wondering, do I need to explain where I go, what I do, or how I live? Like I owe updates? And why? It feels like they want things to go back to how they used to be, and that version of me is long gone. My parents, even at this stage, still blame me and say that this new dynamic is my fault. They've now invited me on a road trip to bond, and while part of me feels like maybe I should give it a shot, the other part is screaming caution. I've already been roped into going to an event I didn't even want to attend, so boundaries are already being nudged, and I was promised my decisions would be respected. I told a friend about this, and she said I'm being difficult, and now I don't know. Am I being difficult? Is this just in my head? Should I go on this trip or just stay away? Would love to hear from anyone who's had to rebuild themselves after cutting ties and trying to re-engage, or not, on their own terms. It's hard to really tell. I mean, the fact that the parents are so entitled to have things go back to how they were, that kind of negates the whole respecting the decisions and things like that. So it's really difficult to tell if the parents have a motive or not. I think the OP should really just go with their gut. This next one is by Simple Operation 7054. So I'm 22 and have been living at home while I finish my last 2 terms of nursing school I have left, and it has been rough being here. I'm honestly frustrated. My mom constantly tells me that what I wear isn't appropriate and that my younger siblings are copying me, but I really don't think I dress badly or overly revealing. I usually wear maxi skirts, maxi dresses, and yes, I do wear crop tops sometimes. But my overall style leans more toward a boho aesthetic. What I wear fits me well, and while I may have a slight bit of appeal, I don't think I look provocative. I just happen to have curves that I can't exactly control. She told me she'd prefer I wear more flowy blouses, looser pants, maxi skirts that aren't as fitted, crew neck tops, less jewelry, and less makeup. But the crazy part is, she wears super tight tops with cleavage out, tight clothing in general, and even shorts where her butt is literally hanging out. There was a time I wore a maxi tube dress, and she told me I looked naked. But a couple of weeks later, she wore the exact same style dress, except hers was way shorter. On top of that, I've noticed some of my clothing has gone missing, and I've seen that she's been stealing and wearing my clothes. And because she's bigger than me, my clothes end up stretched out. I even found some of my things hidden in a bin. When I bring it up, she just says, "I'm grown," and reminds me that when she had me at 20, she had to change the way she dressed because she had a daughter watching her. That makes no sense to me, because she has 2 other daughters, but somehow I'm the one that has to change? And honestly, I don't think me changing my wardrobe is going to stop them from wanting to wear those things anyway. I think it's more about their friends and what's popular at school. But when I tell her that, she keeps blaming me, and it's really starting to piss me off. On top of all that, she keeps making comments about me buying things for myself and how she couldn't do that because she had me. But I don't constantly spend money or splurge. I buy what I need, or occasionally treat myself and keep up with my maintenance. It's not like I don't help out around the house either, always pitch in when needed. I'm just tired of being made out to be the bad influence when I'm really just living my life, minding my business, and not even doing anything extreme. Has anyone else dealt with this kind of double standard? How do you handle it without completely losing your mind? Unfortunately, sometimes people are always going to just have that double standard. They can do things, but other people can't. They basically are going to contradict themselves going through life, and that's something that they need to come to terms with. I don't think anybody on the outside can show them. Hopefully this entitled mom eventually comes to terms though. And our final one is from Future Goddess. My mom has been seeing a horrible man since I was 16 or 17. She and my father had a divorce after many years of unhappy marriage, and this was very tough on the family. Very soon after, she started dating a very horrible man. I have no issue with my mom being with another person. I'm very happy for her. But he regularly belittles me and my brother and refuses to befriend us. I don't have to have a loving relationship with him, but he does not respect me. He's held things I've done as a teenager against me to this day. I'm grown now and changed completely. Many of the things I did that were bad as a moody teenager were trauma responses and traumatic events themselves. I hate this man. Anyway, lately I've been trying to tell my mom that she needs to recognize his behavior for the abuse that it is. He is effectively pushing me and my brother out of my mother's life because it suits him. But me and my brother were forced out of our childhood home before we were ready to move out. When we left home, we struggled with homelessness and had to sleep on friends' couches and got involved with even more terrible traumatic situations. My mom does not realize how painful it has been to give up our childhood bedrooms to a man who hardly greets us to turn into his man cave. I told my mom how much this hurt me, and she exploded at me with a list of things I've done wrong as a child. Now, my grandfather is visiting from another country. My mother has planned a dinner with me, my brother, my grandfather, her partner, and her partner's family. I feel so utterly hurt and disrespected. This man has been in our lives 7 years, and I've tried to connect with him, but he refuses. Anytime I voice a concern, I get rejected and told I'm the problem. Same thing with my brother. I can't sit at the same table with this horrible man and his horrible family. I just cannot do it. I will explode. This may be the last chance to see my grandfather, and my heart will break if I never see him again. How do I navigate this? How do I tell my mom she has disrespected my boundaries without her exploding at me? I don't want my grandfather to worry or think I'm the problem, but it's very hard for him to see how much hurt her partner has caused our family. It's excruciating. Now I'm losing time with my grandfather and my mom. Precious time. My heart is aching. If I back out, she'll blame it on me, say I'm the problem. But it's really crossing a boundary. A story like this just makes me sad because kids should be able to have that bond with their parent through their entire lifetime. Any parent that puts a partner over their kids, in my opinion, isn't that great of a parent. They're only thinking about themselves and not the actual kids that they should always be looking after, regardless if those kids are adults or not. Alright, that's enough entitlement for the day. Well, that wraps up this episode of Entitled Parents. If you liked the video, please drop a like, share my content on all of your social media, subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload, and drop a comment down below. It really helps with the algorithm and helps new people find my channel. Thanks for watching, thanks to my patrons and super thanks contributors. Have a great day and stay safe out there.